Whether you like Steve Vai or not, I think we all can agree that he's an amazingly accurate and consistent performer on extremely difficult music. I've seen Steve live many times, both in person and on recording, and he always impresses me with his spot-on delivery.
I would take bar by bar and do it until I could play it perfectly. Like perfectly. 11 times in a row without making a mistake. And if I made a mistake, I'd go back and have to count over.
So what exactly is Steve talking about here? This is his secret in mastering anything he plays, and it's something you can use in your own practice too. So let's break it down. What's so good about this practice method is that it works on anything you want to learn, regardless of your level. Think about something you struggled with before, maybe a tricky chord change as a beginner, a riff you just can't nail, or a fast lead run that keeps falling apart at a high speed. That's where this method shines. So let's take a lead line and apply Vai's method in real time so you can watch how this works. So I'm just gonna do this thing. Now, before we start, how do you actually track this? Because if you don't track your reps, you're either going to lose count or you're going to lower your standards without realizing it. So that's where my little trick comes in here. And just take any cup, I have this cup here, and fill it with 11 picks or whatever you have to fill it with. And plonk the cup down here and then put the picks down in a pile. And then I'm going to play my first rep. Now I'm going to do this without a metronome because it's annoying for you to listen to. And I'm not going to go through 11 reps here. I'm just going to show you basically how this works. So I will just start at a tempo where I feel comfortable, and I'm going to shoot for the full lick initially. And I'm going to tell you why later. So here we go. Right, so let's say I'm happy with that. Take the pick, plunk it down in the cup, and then I do it again. Another good rep. And keep going like that. Now here's the most important part. This method only works if you're 100% honest with yourself. No one else is judging your reps, so you have to decide, was that truly perfect or did I let something slide? But here's why this is a good thing. It forces you to really listen to what you're playing. You'll notice details you usually ignore, and you'll start hearing yourself like a pro. There's also another huge benefit. You'll learn how to play under pressure. The closer you get to that 11th rep, the more you really don't want to start over again. But that's actually a great thing. It raises the stakes. Instead of mindlessly repeating something on autopilot, you're locked in, you're focused, alert, and you're treating every note like it counts. And that's exactly how it feels when you play live or record in the studio. I started with the whole thing here, right? And I suggested to do that for this reason. This is what I call the bullseye approach. So you might notice that certain notes or sections of the whole thing feels a bit shaky when you're trying to do your 11 perfect reps. But that's a huge clue. So instead of just running the whole lick over and over, you can zoom in on those exact weak spots. This is what makes practice efficient, and this is what makes practice work. So let's say I do this and I find that whenever I get up to the arpeggios here, it kind of breaks down a bit. Then I would start just doing 11 reps on the two arpeggios. I would start from here. Put the pick in. Again. And obviously this will be quite a lot quicker since there's a smaller section. So this way of practicing really helps you to practice in a better way because you automatically want to focus on the trouble spots because it's really annoying after a while trying to play a long phrase and then screwing up in the same place over and over again. So now you have a tool where you can actually focus on those bad spots, and that will improve your playing like nothing else. Now it's your turn. Grab something you're struggling with and try this method. See if you can get 11 perfect reps in a row without breaking. But remember, be honest with yourself. That's the real secret to this method working. If you want my personal help, you can sign up for my guitar personal training program, and I will help you out in any way that I can. First week is free. You have all the details down in the description below.